Oh, hi everyone, it's Susie again, Crypto Granny. Just want to bring attention to another report which I thought was fantastic today. The date's the 1st of 6th, 2023. It was a global a report by Gemini called the Global State of Crypto Report for 2022. And I thought this was quite fascinating. So it's a very easy read, only 27 pages, but I'll go through the main gist of the report. They surveyed quite a few people across the world, 30,000 adults across 20 different countries, and they found amazing insights into what people felt. Read cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency technology, and it really gives you some idea about people's attitudes, where the growth is going to be going and coming in the next couple of years. So let's go through this report. They basically surveyed 29,293 adults, and essentially from North America, Latin America, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asian Pacific, as you can see there, right? And they basically wanted to know people's awareness in terms of cryptocurrency exchange, technology, and this sort of thing, right? And it is a very, very interesting report. Their top findings were that many people felt that cryptocurrency was going to perform, that also they believe that crypto gender gap may be narrowing. More women are getting involved in cryptocurrency, which is a great thing. Cryptocurrency technology is creating levity amongst the sexes, which I love. Also, they found that inflation was a primary driver for crypto adoption, particularly in countries like Brazil and Indonesia, and Turkey, where inflation is over 200% per annum, and the fiat currency is going down the gurgler. Many young people want to hold cryptocurrency rather than fiat currency, which is understandable. Also, a top concern for a lot of people was crypto regulation. Education was a big problem because a lot of people in these countries didn't understand cryptocurrency educational technology, whatever it might be. And that's why our service is so important, because we understand all the nuances of cryptocurrency technology, risk metrics, and all sorts of things. And we have a very, very strong team that looks at all that, as well as analyzing coins and markets and fiat markets, as well as cryptocurrency markets. And that's why our service is so important. And when you look at our platform, you're going to love it because it's absolutely fantastic. We're probably going to go onto the platform full time at the end of June. So the 1st of July will be the start. So anyone on Patreon, you need to start thinking about moving to the platform. Otherwise, I will not be putting anything on Patreon after the 1st of July, and it's only going to be €65 per month, okay? So also this report said that, adoption is likely to get bigger and bigger as time goes on. They also asked people, how long were you in the market? When did you come? Blah, blah, blah. Brazil said that 51% of them were in the market in the past year. Hong Kong, 51%, and India, 54%, which I thought was quite interesting. The stats said 49% were there a year ago, and India was 46%, and Hong Kong was 49%. So you see most of the growth in India, which is not surprising because the Indian rupee hasn't done very well as a fiat currency. They also said that crypto adoption is high generally. 41% people are very curious about cryptocurrency. They want to know more. They want to know how to own it, how to analyze it, and all that sort of thing. But it's very, very difficult if you don't have the background in cryptocurrency, okay? They did find there was nations that had a higher utility for cryptocurrency, and they were looking more into cryptocurrency, right? Significant cryptocurrency respondents included Germany, Colombia, and the UAE, not surprising. United Arab Emirates is having a lot of growth in cryptocurrency. Also, they brought out regulation that's very pro cryptocurrency. So a total percentage of crypto curious and gender breakdown, I thought this is extremely interesting. In the UAE, 68% are male, 55% in Indonesia. Australia's 48%, so there's more women in Australia getting into crypto, which I thought was very interesting. Also, Hong Kong, more women are doing it in Hong Kong, which I thought was fascinating. If we go to South Africa, 57% of women are looking at crypto and only 43% of men. And it doesn't surprise me. South Africa, you've got a fiat currency that's just terrible. It's going lower and lower, the South African rand. The Brazilian real is a shocker. Mexico peso, terrible. And it doesn't surprise me. These countries are looking at cryptocurrency. But what's really interesting about it is the percentage of women in some of these countries that are higher than the males, right? Starting from pretty much, what have we got? The USA, 51% women, 49% men. Australia, you've got 52% women, 48% men. Down to South Africa, 57% women and 43% men, which I thought was amazing. Then it's also got an interesting chart about crypto ownership by country, and I thought this was very interesting as well, right? If you look at Indonesia, not surprising because their fiat currencies down the gurgler, so is Brazil's, 41% ownership. UAE, 35%. You'll see a lot more growth there coming forward with everything that's happening in the UAE with regulation. Singapore, 30%. Israel, 28%. Nigeria, 26%. Hong Kong, now all the exchanges are in Hong Kong, so that figure's going to be higher come forward this year, 24%. And then we go to Denmark at only 15%, right? So clearly the Danish kroner, holds up very well. But anywhere where there's countries with huge high inflation and corruption, you can see that crypto intake is very high. As a matter of fact, they should have done this survey of Turkey as well, because literally Turkey has a very young population, 90 million people, but 30% are all young, under 30, and they're all buying crypto. So Turkey would have been very interesting, and it's male and female too, by the way, because we go to Turkey quite a lot. So also they said high income ownership in developed countries. So, clearly depends on what country you come into. But in France, 62%, Germany, 43%. Certainly France is very pro cryptocurrency, so that doesn't surprise me. And then you've got the rest of them there, which this is very, very interesting. Now, I put this on our platform as well, and it's very, very interesting data. Global crypto adoption is rising amongst women, not surprising, and basically people are looking to make money out of crypto because they don't trust governments or fiat currency anymore, right? And the figures are quite alarming when you look at it, because if you look at developing countries, more women in developing countries are buying crypto than men, and that tells you something. Crypto technology and cryptocurrency brings levity to everyone, equality to everyone, right? And I think that's a great story, And so the data shows you that more women are getting into crypto than anyone else, and certainly the gender gap is closing quite substantially. They show in 2021, 40% were female that invested, akin 60%. 2022, we find globally it's 47% female and 53% male. And if you look at this going back to 2021, 33% were the age group of 25 to 34, and my age group, 55 to 64, was only 6%. Now we've got 25 to 34%, 29%, and my age group's increased to 9%. And certainly we've got 45 to 54 at 17, whereas before it was only 14%. I love this report. It's very, very interesting. I have to tell you that. Also, there's a lot of Black African Americans that are getting more into crypto now as well. People want to buy crypto because they don't trust governments. They don't trust governments' budgets or their spending or anything, or their corruption. And, cryptocurrency, if you house it and store it properly as custodian for your own self or in paper wallets, you can control your own money. And that's the whole story, right? Some people were worried about volatility. Most people had worries about security. A lot of people didn't understand cryptocurrency, and that's why a service like ours is so good, and it's not expensive to learn properly. Many people didn't know how to purchase cryptocurrency. A lot of people didn't trust cryptocurrency, not so much. Latin America, 12% didn't trust, but if you go to the Middle East, 27% didn't trust. Others said they didn't like cryptocurrency backed by government. That's only 20%, whereas 80% assumedly didn't like cryptocurrency that was backed by governments. So as you can see, education is a big thing. Right across the board, people need education in terms of cryptocurrency because it is very complex, many different technologies, many terms that a lot of people don't understand, and it's more complex than all the fiat markets put together times a million, right? But I thought this is a very interesting article, it basically shows exactly where this cryptocurrency market's going to go, literally up, because more people are getting into cryptocurrency, and particularly women, which I thought was fascinating, right? What, if anything, would you make you more comfortable purchasing cryptocurrency? People were saying, they asked them would be, blogs and podcasts, said no, more educational resources came out higher than anything. Globally, most people said more educational resources on cryptocurrency, 40%, right? Which is very interesting. In US was 42, Europe 31, Latin America 51, Asian Pacific 44, Africa 56%, and the Middle East 36%. So what this says is if you're in global education with cryptocurrency education, there's going to be a big boom. Lots of people are going to need your services, which is great for our business. I've got to tell you that. Attitudes and barriers, crypto and the future of money for many. Most people believe that. Latin America resource said 66%. Yes, it is the future of money, and of course it is. Colombia 56, Mexico 55, UAE and Israel 47-37 respectively. But generally in Africa, a very high percentage said it's the global future. Also, Indonesia said 61%, yes, 59. So these figures are very, very interesting. It was more in the West where people are more skeptical about cryptocurrency being the global future of money, but clearly it will be. Interesting enough, the Asian Pacific, Latin America, and Africa are very, very bullish cryptocurrency. As I said, they should have had Turkey in this survey because Turkey is a big cryptocurrency country, massive, okay? Many people are concerned about the devaluation of fiat currency, and that doesn't surprise, right? If you look at the currency of the Rand, for example, against the US dollar, in a matter of 10 years, it's gone down 102%, right? Shocking. Mexico, 63%. India, 58%. Brazil, 217%. Excuse me. And I can tell you, Turkey in 10 years has gone down against the US dollar, something like about 400%. Turkish lira is now 20 against, the US dollar, right? So $1 US equals 20 Turkish lira and going to 25 by the looks of it technically. So this is very interesting. Also, the fiat currency dropping makes people want to buy cryptocurrency. Not surprising because you lose all your money when your fiat currency drops, right? So I found these figures fascinating. I got to tell you that. Latin America is going to be a big one because they don't trust governments. Their currency is down at the ground. There's so much corruption and everything else. But seriously, cryptocurrency is going to be huge, right? The majority of people said, nearly 80%, that they would buy and hold cryptocurrency for a long-term investment. 56% in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East were over 50%, right? Very, very interesting. 85% US were a hold, and most people were a hold, 74, 84, 82, 75. Trading cryptocurrency is hard yakka, I've got to tell you that, and often takes a while for the value to go up like XRP. So, but what they did come out with that, the holdings of cryptocurrency in the US particularly have nearly doubled. Many people saw it as the future of money. More women are buying. People buy it as a store of value against inflation and declining fiat currency. Americans, the Black American, it's increased double, and we've noticed that in our business. Many, many people need education. And look, it's a very, very exciting thing. It just shows you with this report, if you look at this, it's going to be huge in terms of how many people are going to buy crypto. Now, globally, about 2% of the world population owns crypto, right? But it's certainly being owned by Asia and Africa and the Middle East. And obviously with Hong Kong coming to fruition with the exchanges, plus China potentially coming to, it's going to be huge. And honestly, when you've got a report like this and look at it objectively, it's very interesting, extremely, but it tells you cryptocurrency, blue chip cryptocurrency, not the 25,225 coins and tokens on CoinMarketCap, but the blue chips that we invest in, less than 100, I believe are going to go through the roof, because once people start globally buying cryptocurrency, more than 2 or 3% of the global population of 8 billion, it can only go one way, people, up, because there's a lack of supply, okay? And many women are buying crypto as we speak, which is fantastic. So overall, this Gemini report is an excellent report. If you want to read it, please do. But I've highlighted all the main points. All this report tells me is I'm even more bullish cryptocurrency going forward, okay? You're just going to be patient in a time frame, not a tactical time frame of 0 to 3 months, but a strategic time frame of 1 to 5 years. We are going to see a mega bull in cryptocurrencies, i.e. blue chip cryptocurrencies that have the goods like XRP, Cosmos, like Avalanche, like VeChain, the list goes on, and Binance, we're going to see mega price increases. Absolutely. I'm completely convinced of that. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, guys and girls. If you have any questions, please do come back to me.